Is anybody there? If nobody's there, I'll leave soon. Hello. I'm waiting for anybody to join, anybody who wants to have a chat with me. Hey, RPN. Hello, RPN. How are you, sweetie? Thank you for joining me. These are all my thoughts and opinions. Let's not forget that. These are all our thoughts and opinions because we have a lot of litigious people out there. Um, Happy Saturday night. It is a good night for me because Manchester United won in spite of the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo got no service, but he still was very instrumental and how do you say in setting up the game so the goal could be scored. So thank you guys for joining me. I don't know where you guys are at, but thank you very much for joining me. Oh my God, I can't believe you guys are joining me. Are you trying your rice water? Okay, with the rice water, it's tricky because you have to get the right balance. You know, it took me a while to get back into the rice hair because my mom used to do it to me when I was a kid, obviously, you know. But and then I went to Canada and I moved there and I just started using products. And you need to use more products to keep your hair going and stuff like that. So I said, screw this. Just having product after product. I was actually balding, guys, you know, and when you have lupus, it's terrible. When you have lupus, it is terrible because you bald even more. You know what I'm talking about. So I decided to go back to rice water because I wash my hair 3 times a month, once every 10 days. But of course, it took some time to get there. You have to find the balance of how to get your hair right, you know, and you have to get it for you. Saskatchewan, hey, yay, hey, Santa Barbara. I love Santa Barbara. I used to go there all the time. So thank you guys for joining me. I gotta tell you, it's been pretty interesting. UK, woo. It's been pretty interesting these past few days of the conversation that has started in regards to, and cheers, on the conversation that has started about the security thing and everything that's been going on. I find it, you know what I find it that people are very much upset about? It's not the fact that Harry and Meghan quit, because they are entitled to do whatever they want with their lives. It's the fact that they lied about it and how they went. Hi, Missy Lulu. It's just the fact how they went about it and how they trashed it afterwards, how they were not gracious nor thankful. Because, I mean, I don't care. I've received so many emails. I've been actually very surprised by that. Because let's face it, Meghan Markle was an ultra Z-lister who flew to the UK looking for a husband because she had no talent to make it on her own in a career. She was already too old with no talent to succeed anywhere else. So she came to the UK instead of being grateful that she was plucked from the gutter and suddenly in a palace, literally, she went from the gutter. Alberta, hi Tesora. Hello, I love Alberta. I love Alberta. I gotta tell you, my nasty sister lives there, but I know Alberta is pretty. So, so Megan was plucked in Scotland. I love Scotland. I mean, I love everywhere. I mean, I love Earth. Actually, I should say that. I love Earth, but I love people. I love Scotland. Scotland is beautiful. I went to this whiskey distillery. You know, it was really awesome. So thank you, everybody. This is your platform. When I say to you, please promote my channel, I feel bad saying my channel because it really is not. Victoria BC, pretty cool. Because this is actually your platform. The only reason why I have a platform is because you have given me one. Because we all want to talk about the same things. So this is a channel that you feel safe talking about those things. And even the sugars that hate me, NYC, I love you. I love NYC. So I don't mind as much. I think people are angry about the fact that Meghan Markle was plucked from the gutter. And instead of being grateful, it's like Ontario. Ooh, well, my son lives in Toronto, and so do I. 386 Yonge Street. So um, she was not grateful. She was not grateful at all. She was nasty, trashy. This is a woman who brought division everywhere she went. Everywhere she goes, there's always something nasty about her. Now, I've gotten a lot of, I have to put this because my hair's, you see, this is what happens when you have rice water. Now, I have very straight hair, and the only reason that I try not to brush it, because if I brush it, it's like all straight. So I try not to brush it, but I forgot about it and I brushed it, so now it's too stupid to do what I wanted to do. But I I was thinking, I'm sorry, I know I'm going a little bit scattered, but it's just that I get so many thoughts sometimes, and it's like, for my mom, I'll give you an example. I've told you about my sister. I didn't want to tell my mom. I didn't have the heart to tell my mother even more stuff that my sister had done against her because I knew it would break her heart. Hi, Nell Ellen. Thank you very much for joining us. So I've been saying this all along. If people were not telling the queen the full picture, because let's face it, I don't care what anybody says, she's 95. She's done a lot for her country and Commonwealth. This is a woman who has done so much. She deserves, she has earned everybody's respect. Hi from Australia. I will not tolerate any queen haters. I know that I criticized her because, yes, her downfall has been the love she feels for her children, the nepotism. But at the same time, I started thinking, what if she's not getting the whole picture? Just like I was not willing to give my mom the whole picture. And I was talking to Angel Rosa. I was talking to one of my friends I told you I have a friend in the House of Lords. And he was telling me that there's a lot of things that they want to do to straighten up the monarchy. And listen to me, not the royal family, the monarchy as the institution. But they don't want to do it out of respect to the queen because they really feel she doesn't deserve in the last years to have that, So I am pretty sure, I hope guys, I know it's going to sound terrible because she deserves to rest in peace, whatever. But I wish she would, I just saw recently, I don't know if you follow TikTok, that there's a lady who just turned 109 years old and she's absolutely fantastic. I mean, this woman is lucid. She's carrying these things of water in her head and everything. I mean, clearly I don't want our queen to carry stuff in her head, but I want her to live at least until 109 because I do not want Charles on the throne. That's just my opinion. And because the world is a better place with the queen in it, with Queen Elizabeth II in it. As you can hear, I am a very diehard Queen Elizabeth fan. She has earned a respect, love, and on my part, devotion. So when I get the likes of a Z-lister like Meghan Markle, thinking that she can go toe-to-toe with our queen, at the beginning I thought it was offensive. I just think now it's laughable. But she's allowed to, because of the platform that the royal family has, she has access to a lot of people and to cause a lot of damage. Do you know what I mean? I have been told by people from Netflix that they want their pound of flesh in the sense that what they sold to Netflix is not what Netflix is getting. So it's not that Meghan Markle and Harry want to come to the UK. They need to come to the UK. Okay? Or at least demonstrate that they're trying to come to the UK. And Harry's putting up this bullshit excuse of security thing. Princess, and I'll tell you something, it's not good for tourism for England. I'm fine. Thank you so very much for asking, um, Olivia. I'm very fine. Thank you. And I hope you're doing okay. It's not very good for tourism in England that Harry's saying he's not safe for his family to be brought to the United Kingdom. It's not good. He's actually hurting British tourism to the United Kingdom. Because I mean, what if he can't feel safe? Which is BS. You see Beatrice and Eugenie, who are princesses of the royal, part of the same bloody family. They're grandchildren to the queen, and they have a very young family, and they're wandering around, having lunch, having dinners, buying stuff they spot it here and there, everywhere. And there's no such thing as threat. So not only is he damaging the United Kingdom's image, he's damaged. I mean, and let me tell you something. It doesn't take an act of parliament to remove Harry and Meghan from their royal website. And again, I've been saying that they should not be there. And the reason for that is I don't know if the monarchy's website is poorly planned. I don't think that Harry has no brain. I just think he's mean and he's nasty. And people were really quick and happy to blame Meghan Markle because they wanted to blame Meghan Markle because they wanted to continue to have this romantic image of Prince Harry being this nice boy. He's not. He's not at all. This is a guy who's been entitled, who's a coward, who's a traitor, and found somebody just like him with no principles, no morals. Two alikes got together. Decent people. Hi, Rennie. Hello, Rennie. How are you? So nice to see you. These are people who got together. There was no way that Harry would end up with anybody decent because he's not. He ended up with somebody that met his needs in the sense of being nasty to other people who would. The problem that they have is that they thought they had one actually. They thought they were popular. They were riding this way. They got to their heads. It went to their heads. I mean, but what do you guys think? I mean, I might be kicking it off. I was talking to Pidina, and the reason why I'm telling you that people in the United States don't get information, I just finished talking to her, and she was telling me that she hadn't seen a bunch of articles, about Andrew. That I read Caroline Andreano, I think her name Andreano, in Spanish is Andreano, but I don't know what, I think it's Andreano, who was a witness testifying for Maxwell, gave an interview to, what's it called, Daily Mail, and she waived her right to remain nameless. She said, no, give my name. And she tested, and she stated that Virginia Roberts texted her and said that she just did it. She just had sex with the prince. And then the girl goes, oh, so you're effing me. And she goes, so you went to the palace? And she goes, no, I did it. I got to have sex with them. And from what this witness says, Virginia Roberts thought it was cool. I'm angry about that, and I'll tell you why. Because this nasty woman is basically taking people who have been actually victims of sexual abuse or being trafficked. It's making it more difficult with her lies for other real victims to be taken seriously. It's making it harder. I really do think that this woman should be prosecuted. And I do think that Prince Andrew, as entitled, as and arrogant as he is, he's easy to hate because of how entitled and arrogant and an idiot he is. So he's an easier target to hate, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean he's guilty. And it doesn't mean that she's not a predator. But that's just my opinion. Just because we don't like him, he doesn't have a very good personality. Because let me tell you something that is very true. And I mean, predators are very charming because that's how they attract their victims. Prince Andrew, given his position, has never felt the need to be charming because, people threw it, whether we like to admit it or not. I mean, he's an ugly looking guy now, but he was actually quite good looking in his prime. And he was a soldier, he was a prince, so I believe that Virginia Roberts is a predator. That's just my opinion. I don't know about you. I don't mean to offend people, but a victim who has been raped doesn't say, "Oh, I got to have sex with him." Oh, yippee hey! You don't say that. I may be off, but I don't know. This is a year that we should be celebrating Her Majesty the Queen. Well, Infinite Beauty, you can email me and I'll be happy to listen to stuff that you have to say. Okay? Oh, Bozy guy. I was just talking to P. Dinah about it. She actually texted me and we were WhatsApping about it and we had a conversation about it. I think he's an idiot who has been given too much importance. And this is just my belief. The reason why he's targeted Yankee, Wally, Murky May, and Taz is because he feels that they will respond to his whatever allegations they are. I really think that idiot should be ignored. He's a moron. I mean, didn't he go from because I was just talking to Pidina and she showed me some stuff that he said that he was being prosecuted, that he was being stalked by people. And it turns out he was being served for libel. I mean, I think people should just ignore his ass, to tell you the truth. I don't think people should engage with him. And the more importance you give him, the more, that's why he thrives on that. You know what I mean? So just ignore his ass. I don't give him any importance, to tell you the truth. Now, I have had quite a few people tell me that I'm being racist because how about the safety of Harry and Meghan Markle and blah, blah, blah. They're so important. Harry and Meghan Markle, yes, 1-0, Manchester, yes. But let's finish about Harry and Meghan. So anyways, I just wanted to say that. Cristiano is so beautiful. I love him. My son is a little bit jealous, but I love him. Anyways, I've been called racist. I've been called seriously a racist, it's like, because Meghan has been trolled. No, Meghan has been trolled because she's an idiot. She's a liar and she's trashed people and she's trashed people's reputations. And through her lies, with her lies, she has increased the risk level of the people that she has falsely accused of something. You know what I mean? And I wrote back to one of these sugars and I said to her, you know what? Hola, cariño. Claro que sí, que estoy disfrutando de mi fin de semana con mi hijo. Muchas gracias, Casey Nicole. Muchas gracias. I said to this lady, at some point, because it happens with our kids as well, but we're not blind to our kids, like we can discipline our kids. At some point, you have to stop looking at Meghan Markle and Harry and thinking they're decent. It's like looking at them with if you have perfect vision and they give you those thick ass glasses with like a really serious thing, you can't see very well. Everything is distorted. So people are looking at Harry and Meghan Markle with wishful thinking. It's like, I wish they were this way, but they're not. But they're projecting that. It's like, when you're in a relationship with an asshole and you stay with him because you think you can change him or he thinks he can change you. And it's like, so you're falling in love with a possibility, not with the reality of what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know if it makes any sense to you guys. I probably am talking crap, but So Harry and Meghan Markle, the reason why people like them so much at the beginning is because they represented the possibility of something good. And then when reality hit home, It's like, oops. Los Angeles, Chris Fujimoto, thank you for joining. Chris, can you tell us how much about, if you hear much about Harry and Meghan Markle? Because we don't get news from them. So, Harry and Meghan represented a symbol of things. It just turns out that they were crap. That's all there is to it, beautiful people. So, I wanted to ask you something because next week is a very important week for me and my son. I can't tell you very much more about it, but London, Ohio. But please just keep me in your prayers and my son is, and just wish that everything goes good for us. I'm sure it will. It's, good thoughts are always good to have on one side. You know what I mean? I'm going to share an email. I'm not going to show it on screen because I'm not stupid. And also I want to respect this person's privacy. But this is actually from a sugar. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Meghan. I don't think Meghan is insecure. I think she's just nasty and she wants to things her way. And if they don't go her way, they go bad. This very nice sugar, and I'm saying nice sugar, and I call her a sugar because she's a big fan of Meghan Markle. Clearly, from the email she sent me, she's telling me that my platform is increasing Meghan Markle's and Harry's risk for her and her children. I don't think so. You know, if somebody steals, they're thieves. If somebody kills, they're murderers, unless they kill in self-defense, you know. If somebody's a liar, if somebody lies, hi Rennie, if somebody lies, they're liars. And it's not like they tell one charitable lie. This is a person who slanders on a regular basis. Because that's what Meghan does. This is why she has no family around her. This is why she has no friends around her. Thank you so much, Olivia. Because she slanders people. You know, she has to put people down, lie about people down, because she needs to feel good about herself. And the only way that she feels good about herself is by putting other people down. You know? So I responded to that, sugar, and I said, listen, my platform is not about, because any of you who follow me, you all know that I call everybody out. I mean, I don't mince the words. I know I've gotten a lot of hate mail when I criticize Prince Charles, Camilla, even Prince William when he did that thing talking about the. Remember when Jeff Bezos sends Captain Kirk to space or whatever? My son says that it wasn't space, but to me it was space. You know, so I called him out because he shouldn't be criticizing, because people should be doing all kinds of stuff. So I call out everybody. But not because I don't like the monarchy. It's the opposite. I love the monarchy. And I want the British monarchy to be the best there is, because it represents me. You know? So I told this sugar that I told this lady, this fan of Meghan Markle, I shouldn't call her sugar because sugar is usually nasty. I told her that it wasn't like that, hand on heart, that if Harry and Meghan Markle had said from the beginning, we don't want to be part of the royal family because we want to do our own thing, as they were offered from the very beginning, I wouldn't have a problem. And Meghan Markle wasn't ignorant about what was expected of her by the time she married Harry. And she even said so in her own engagement interview, that whereas when she started dating Harry, she didn't know what to do, she knew now what was expected of her. And the reason why the Queen did that was to make sure that she was fully aware. Even Harry let it slip during the Oprah interview that they were told there wasn't enough money for them to be working royals and blah, 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 that they were urged, or not urged, they were encouraged to live lives as private citizens. And they refused. And I know why Meghan Markle refused, because she wanted a title. You know, for her mind is easier to say sorry than ask permission. And it's easier for her to commit the crime and then have other people's take it back, or, you know, sort it out. Because that has been her modus operandi. Now, I gotta tell you something. I'm very surprised Samantha Markle and Mr. Thomas Markle are very quiet. Have you noticed that they've gone AWOL? They've gone AWOL. There's nothing out in the news about them. There's nothing out there at all about Samantha Markle or Mr. Thomas Markle. Yeah, those are my son's suits. I know what you're gonna say, Paula. Aren't you in a pretty place? This is my home, guys, and my son has his suits hanging up. So sorry about that. I haven't heard anything about Samantha Markle, and I mean, I text with her sometimes, Alberta, yay. So I wonder what's going on because there's been silence on the Markle side completely. From what they told me from the House of Lords, Harry and Meghan Markle have not stopped sending mails and letters to Scotland Yard and the Met Police because they feel entitled that Harry is so important. He needs security. Harry's an asshole. Harry's a nobody. I'm sorry I'm saying this, but Harry's a little wanker. He's a ginger wanker. And I have nothing against gingers because I'm very good friends with Trevor. And I have other ginger friends. You know what I mean? But as I told Trevor, they don't do you. Harry doesn't do you any favors for gingers. So, no, they will not disappear. Meghan Markle and Harry need to be relevant. I know that they've had a lot of help from Elton John. I know for a fact that Prince Charles has been reaching out to them. I don't know why. People say, oh, that's his son. He's a snake. He's a rat. He's a snake. Write it off. If you let a snake in once and it bites you, okay, you go, I didn't know that the snake bit. You let the snake, but you feel sorry, you give it a second chance and the snake bites you again. Okay, this was your last chance. You let it in for the third time, that's on you. You're an idiot. And you are just asking for punishment. But those are just my thoughts. Now, I want to answer something that actually was a lady sent to me and said, you're a nobody. You shouldn't be talking about their children and that the Children's Protective Services show up. You know that in most areas, civilized areas in the world, if you know that a child has been subjected to any form of abuse, psychological, emotional, physical, it is your duty to report it. And this is why they even have those hotlines for you to do that. And that you can remain anonymous. So for people to tell me, are we honestly going to sit here and pretend that Harry and Meghan Markle, from what we know and their behavior but not only that, I got to tell you, because you can actually tell very much about people by the network that they have around them, how they are with their families and stuff like that. And Harry and Meghan clearly are not a healthy couple. They cannot instill family values on their children because they trash their own family. You know what I mean? How can you teach about something if you know what I mean? You can't teach morals if you're in a moral person. You can't teach love if you don't feel love. If you never felt that. Meghan Markle clearly and Harry are traitors, psychopaths, narcissistic people who how can they teach morals or family support or the value of family to their children if they don't value it themselves? You know what I mean? I don't know anything about her first daughter from marriage. I don't know about that, so I don't talk about that. But it's just a terrible position for those children. Can you imagine those two children, if they exist, are at the mercy of Meghan Markle? And by the way, to date, we still don't have the testimony. Who's this baby grandma? By the way, Trevor never called them that. Whoever, I don't know who you are, baby grandma, but Trevor never called them that. Okay? He was talking to somebody who he thought was a guy, and he was calling that guy that name because this person had created many Twitter accounts. I will not have any trash like that talk to my channel because I know who Trevor is, and Trevor is a gentleman. He may have had, he likes to, he's, he says words and he does swear. But when he said those things, he wasn't referring to Taz and Murky Meg or whatever. He was talking to a person on Twitter, calling that person that, not according to Taz and stuff. So I don't want to talk about this anymore because I'm not going to have you here taint my channel with that shit. Okay. So if you want to talk about the topic, great. If not, no. Okay. So that's the end of that. That's the end of the lesson in that regards. I will not have that, and I will not have this discussion here on my channel. Trevor is a nice guy. Whatever gossip is out there, it doesn't fly on this channel, okay? Trevor Colt has put his life. I was talking to him today, and we had a lovely conversation. Hopefully, this tomorrow or Monday we'll have a conversation. I'll record it and I will send it to you guys on WhatsApp because we're both technologically challenged, and I don't know how to still do a bloody live Zoom thing, and neither does he. This guy has risked his life so many times for I know that it's for the UK, but in a way it's been for everybody, So Trevor is a kick-ass guy. He says it like it is. He has no problems. He's a complete sweetheart. I wish he would shave. I don't like beards, but he loves the beard. He looks, he looks nice. I think he looks like Papa Smurf with ginger. But he's lovely. I love him. Anyways, baby grandma, I understand that. I'm sorry I got a little bit angry. It's just that you have no idea how many nasty emails I got and people trashing him. So I don't like that. I don't like that. And to tell you the truth, according to Taz, blocked me when she was having this thing with Trevor. And I said to her, because she was accusing him of coming over to her town and stalking her. And I said, no, Trevor was actually meeting a veteran who was in dire need of his help. And the veteran asked him to meet him at that pub. And I told that. I tried to clarify that with Taz in a very nice manner. And she blocked me, because I didn't want that fighting going on. So no. So I'm not going to talk about that. That's the end of it, okay? So I'm not going to talk about this in this channel. I'll end the live right now if any of you continue with that, because I will not have this crap there. I know what happened, and that's not the case. And that's true. Trevor has better things to do. He has to help veterans and stuff like that. So anyways, going back to Harry and Meghan Markle and the royal family. This is the year that we should all be celebrating the greatness of Queen Elizabeth II. Of the 70 years she has officially dedicated to all of the UK and the Commonwealth. Okay. And 70 years is the official date that she, from the time that she was actually crowned. But before that, she was working for the army. And what are we doing? We're talking about the bloody wanker of Prince Harry and his nasty, skanky D-list wife. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. Why? Because they're making all about them, which is appalling. I really do. Thank you, Linda McManus. Thank you. Yes, Trevor is cool. So I love the Queen. I love the Queen. I dislike Meghan Markle deeply. I don't hate her. I don't know her. But I do not appreciate anybody who tries to trash an institution that is doing so much good for us just because she wasn't allowed to merge. You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to, it, that Meghan Markle and Harry were not allowed to merge everything, and they had to follow rules. I don't know about you, but even when you work at McDonald's, you have a dress code. No, Samantha Markle doesn't practice witchcraft. Hi, Pat Pelham. I've spoken to Samantha Markle. She's a very educated, smart woman. She's not, no. So Her Majesty the Queen, thank you, Teluta, but it should be HMTQ. You know, and by the way, I gotta say something to you people. It is a shame in many ways. Thank you, Deborah. Uh, it is a shame in many ways that Harry and Meghan are such nasty people, because they could have been an asset, and they could have been working with Prince William, who I think is hot. I really think he's hot, and the Duchess of Cambridge, who I think is beautiful. You know, and they could have been doing all of that, and instead. But again, you can't ask a snake to behave like a dog. I keep saying that. I keep saying that. No, you know what? That's fine. Let's move on from Trevor. Trevor is fine. He's a tough guy. He knows I love him. He knows I have his back. Okay, so that's okay. Let's move on from that. They could have done so much good, but then again, you can ask anybody to do anything. I don't hate her. I just, if they want to be on their own, they have to be on their own. They have to do their own thing. They can do their own thing. You know, my problem lies when they slander the monarchy just to get a contract, just to keep themselves out there. Why did they have to slander and trash people and put them at risk, at even higher risk, just to get views on Netflix and get millions on a contract, which, by the way, they haven't got? So I don't know about you guys, but it's just the way I don't like that. Had they just been gone and said, you know what, we're going to take off, we're going to go to California, thank you very much to Her Majesty the Queen and everybody who helped us or who gave us the right to have this platform. Thank you very much for all of that. We're very grateful. We will ever be forever grateful. And we will only have great things to say about the royal family. And I only have great things to say about my brother and his wife, who helped me and was like my sister. And Meghan Markle saying, you know what, I'm so grateful that the royal family took me from being a D-lister. Well, maybe not saying a D-lister, but who gave me this chance to be very relevant. I'm very grateful to them, and we'll try to honor this. They didn't do any of that. They went and they trashed everybody. They slander everybody. And it wasn't even the truth. If you could say, oh, they said very truthful things, it was slander, pure and simple, with that skank of Oprah. And I'm going to call Oprah a skank because she's a skank to allow that. So no, I don't believe in any of that. I don't think it was right. And this is why I don't like them, and I don't want them. I don't want them in the Royal West on the British monarchy's website, because they're no longer working members of the monarchy. They're part of the royal family because Harry's related to the Queen, but they're not part of the monarchy. And I don't understand. I swear to you guys, I don't understand why they're still on that website. Samantha McCarthy, I started about 40 minutes ago. So I hope you understand my frustrations, because the monarchy is an institution that represents the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, and Canada is part of the Commonwealth. Now, guys, I'm gonna buy a dog. You know that Edward, my dog, passed away. It was a horrible thing. And I'm gonna buy a dog, and it's gonna be quite hard because these dogs are strays. The little dogs, and either they die or they sell them. So I'm gonna buy one. But every time I go to buy them, because that's where I bought Bailey's, my dog, and he was in this cage in this hot climate, and there are like 4 or 5 other of those. So yeah, Samantha McCarthy. I had a dog, Edward. I'll post pictures of Edward. I've had dogs all my life. I had Edward, then first I had Dopey. Then I had Edward. Dopey, Bailey, Barney, Edward. So Yeah, it was just like I'm gonna start crying. I don't want to talk about him because I start crying. He was a bearded collie. It's beautiful. He was like a baby. I swear to God, guys, So when I go buy it, I will take my camera because you'll see how terrible it is, and you'll see why I cry every time I buy a dog. Because especially there, because they have all these puppies in these cages out in this heat and stuff like that. So I wish I could buy them all. It's just every bloody time, I want to take them all. So I end up buying 4 or 5 because I give it to my friends. My friends hate me for it, but I can't help myself. I just can't leave them there, because I know that if they don't sell them by a certain date, they will kill the puppies. I know it sounds horrible, but that's the truth. So you're gonna come with me and we're gonna get a dog together. And I repeat, this is your platform. So make it grow so we can be in the news, guys. Anyways, so I want to make it clear that I don't hate Meghan Markle. I just don't want them anywhere near the monarchy, okay? I don't talk about Bosley because he's a wanker who means nothing to me. Nothing to me. He means nothing. By the way, I will be doing a video with P. Dinah. It's going to be an interesting video because we're going to talk about Rachel Dolezal and Hillary Baldwin and Meghan Markle. So it's going to be very interesting. I got to tell you, because, I wanted to do this because Rachel Dolezal, go Google it. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Dolezal, there's even a Netflix documentary on her. She never pretended to be Black, but she was ingrained very deeply in the Black community, and her life was destroyed when it was found out that she wasn't Black. She just loved the Black culture. And now we have Hillary Baldwin, who pretended to be Spanish. And now we have Meghan, who we don't know what the hell she is. I mean, she changes from day to day. I swear to God, it's like, oh, it pays to be Black today. I'll be Black today. Oh, it pays to be white. I'll be white today. It pays to say that my kids are biracial. And then we have the 2 whitest kids on the planet pretending to be biracial. You know what I mean? She's like a flag. You don't know where she's going. So it's going to be an interesting conversation. Okay. So yeah. So next week's going to be interesting because I'm going to also have Trevor. We both swear. So please, we're all adults. So a little bit of swearing here and there is healthy. So just, put up with it. I understand that. Hi, Baba. Thank you very much for joining. So it's going to be very interesting because Meghan Markle is amazing how she uses both cultures, even though she doesn't feel Black. It's amazing how she manipulates both cultures and abuses both cultures, if you ask me. I can't believe how long my hair is. Guys, I'm going to post a picture of when I had really short hair. And I want you to tell me if I should cut it, because with age, things get bad. So, I mean, I am having trouble. Hi, Iwa. Hello. Thank you for joining. I'm having trouble. Oh, by the way, many of you have asked me about the school. It's doing great. It really is doing great. I'm so happy we don't have any, what do you say? Bloody hell, tornadoes or anything like that. We're doing well. We got 5 computers. We have 7 more doctors donating their times. So we're doing good. God is good. I got to tell you, God is great. I love God. I think I'm so thankful. He's been very blessing us. And even if, even when things are tough, God knows what he's doing. I really do believe that. I really do believe that. I mean, I don't know who you believe in, but I do believe that God doesn't give us more than we can take. And by the way, a little bit swearing, because I gotten so many emails when I say sometimes, swear a little bit. People get angry, but this will be a conversation between me and Trevor. I had a really nice conversation today, and I wish I could have shared that with you, but I have to think of you guys because I get so many people saying, "Oh, you're swearing, you're offending me." But then I started thinking, I don't care. This is my channel. We're all grown-ups, a little bit of swearing, a little bit of drinking, doesn't kill anybody. So I'm gonna post pictures. Don't cut it. Wait until you see my picture with short hair. I'm not joking. I think I look better with short hair. But anyways, it'll be a vote. I'll do a, how do you say, bloody hell, what do they call that they do, the people make votes? I'll do that for my haircut, okay? What is it called? Do you guys know the name of that when they do a poll? I do a poll. Poll or poll? How do you say poll? Poll? Shoo! Of course we. Oh my God, you're here joining me, my guys. You gotta go to the casual fan. I didn't join you today because I was driving, so I couldn't watch the game. I was a little bit disappointed that Cristiano. Why the fuck Cristiano? I was so angry about Cristiano. They didn't serve him, but I'm happy they won. I hope you won the. I know you bet money on it, so I hope you won. But I wanted to join you, but I get distracted driving and watching you watch the game. By the way, guys, go to the casual fan, especially girls who love soccer or football. He is amazing. He's amazing. I love him. I'm the biggest fan ever. So anyways, I gotta go, guys, because my son is waiting for me. I'm not famous. This is the casual fan. I'm not famous at all. I'm just a little, nothing at all. But I love your channel. You have no idea how sad I was to miss the live when you were watching Manchester United against West Ham. It was kind of like a game, but it was okay. I wish I could have been there because I love you. I love your channel. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So go to the casual fan on YouTube and sign up with him because he's amazing if you want to know about soccer. This is a guy who's passionate about all of that. So anyways, I gotta go, guys. You have a great night. And so Cristiano, well, not Cristiano, Manchester United won. And I'll do, oh, you're Liverpool. I forgive you. Holland. Oh, thank you so very much, guys. So anyways, I gotta go because it's Saturday night. I'm not gonna take more of your time, but I'll do some more videos and stuff like that. And I have a video with P. Dinah, so I hope you join it. And the same with Trevor, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And I'll tell you a little bit more about my movie. Well, not my movie. They're making a movie about my life. I'll give you a little bit more details that I'm allowed to talk about. So it'll be fun. So have a good night, guys. Have a good night.